Premier League. Your players mostly are from Premier League. Out of 20 teams from the Premier League, you can't get a natural left back somewhere else if he's not playing for Man U, Liverpool, Chelsea, or maybe any of the top 4. You can't get a player from the top table, or perhaps even the Championship. But I know Ipswich Town have a better left back, and he's not being called up. Now, you look into the Premier League, there is no left back in the England side, and you're telling me they are playing experimental tactics. He shot himself in the foot when he made up that list with Luke Shaw, who is injured, and don't have a natural left foot player.
I disagree to a certain extent, okay? This is the Euro 2024. This is not Mama and Papa Football Club. Do you understand? So this is refined air. This is la creme de la creme, okay? This is the competition. You've been playing all these years, all these months, all these weeks. You've had the chance to experiment, bring in young players, look at the youth setup, look at what you have as options to bring into the national team side. Now, your key man is injured, he's recovering, he's coming back from injury, and you do not have a backup. Now, another credible player who could play in that role took himself out of international football, and you're not going to be beating down his door to beg him to come back, okay? So you work with what you have.
But now he's mentioning players.
What's going to happen?
You have one. Calvin Phillips is not playing.
Sorry, I'm not done. What's going to happen now if you bring in the said somebody and that guy is the one who?
Calvin Phillips is not available for me.
I think he's talking about White.
No, he's talking about White. No, he's talking about Ben White. I'm trying to clear him out on something. Calvin Phillips is not available to play in the defensive midfield position. Is that position not filled up now? There's Conor Gallagher, there's Kobe Mainoo to take up that position, there's Adam Watson to play in that position. Now let's move back to the left back position we're talking about. There's no Luke Shaw, he's injured. There's a Brandon Williams. There's a Ben Chilwell, probably injured as well. There are other players, I just mentioned 2. There are other players that could take on that position and give you results. But yet you choose to overlook them because they're not playing for Man United, they're not playing for Liverpool. I could go to Wolverhampton Wanderers and pick a left back.
At the end of the day, the man has made the decision and they have to work it out.
Because he worked for you this time does not mean to always work out. Now you're playing against Netherlands. Now let's see if you experiment.
Come on, you have a Trippier, you have a Kai Walker, you have a Trent Alexander-Arnold. What more are you looking for? And you have a Luke Shaw.
So now Netherlands is going to be playing for at the back. Do you think that he's going to change his tactics again to adapt to Netherlands?
Now, see, this game, he played Saka in left wing back, played a 3-man flat. Now, Luke Shaw came in and played as a centre back as well. Now, Saka continued to play for no position, but at some point, I think one of the midfielders dropped deep to defense. I think it was Jude that dropped. I'm sorry, I keep mentioning Jude. It was Rice that dropped into defense, and Saka moved to his natural position. And what's it called? Luke Shaw went to the left back, and they played fantastic football from there on. Saka got the equalizer, and they continued to press. Then
until they say fantastic football, I don't even believe they played fantastic.
No, come on now.
It was too defensive, too safe,
it was not,
regulated. This is not the England team.
It was not. They played safe, but they created chances as well.
Okay, guys, before we continue, we are live on YouTube. You can watch us live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. Go on YouTube now. We are live on YouTube. The handle is at Volt FM Sports. Join us, drop your comments. We will be reading your comments here live in the studio. And we also on Facebook at Volt 1043 FM. We ask the question. You can go there and answer our question. The question there is, who wins the Copa America? Drop your comments there. Drop your answers there. We'll be reading it live again in the studio. Our Facebook handle is Volt 1043 FM. Okay, let's continue, guys, with the English game, because now they are one step to the final. If they win their games against Netherlands, they are playing the final. That is going to be a back-to-back finals for them. Now they can almost feel the trophy. They can almost touch it. If you look at the English team, you can see the intensity there. They want to bring it home this time because it's been a very, very long time. The last time they won that trophy.
They've not won it at all. They've not won they won the World Cup, and the World Cup they won was one of the World Cups they won was due to the civil crisis we had in the world then, and they were given the World Cup. You understand? They were handed the World Cup, and that was just it.
And do you think that they can bring this guy?
I think it's high time we start singing "It's Coming Home." It's coming. It's high time now, because you see the Netherlands side. They are this big part team. You get? They're not. I don't know how to put it now. There's always this glitch. They call it glitch in technical error. There's always this technical error in the Netherlands side. Today they are performing at their best. Tomorrow they are all flat. The last game against Turkey, you saw the way they played. They considered the first goal, and they had to start fighting to get on the score sheet. And they got on the score sheet, and they went on to win that game by 2-1. So you say kudos to them for trying to win that match, but it's going to be tough play like that against the English side.
So John, do you think that England can win it this time?
Yeah, for me, they are title contenders.
They are one of the favorites.
They are title contenders.
They have been one of the favorites for me.
Sure. Okay. They are going to be facing a Netherlands side that they need to beat. Not just to beat them, but to cross the hurdle, because this is a different Netherlands side compared to the one they probably played a couple of years back, and the dynamics have changed. In the last match against Turkey, they got away with a scare. So coming in against England, they need to be on their A game, and England need to drop their 3-man defense and play free-flowing attacking football, not side passing FC, not back passing FC or side passing FC.
Because playing safe, if you notice that they came alive after they considered, because you have to wait. So you have to wait for it. That's what I'm saying. Like a team coach, you have to wait until you consider the goal for you to react. No,
that's what I'm saying. It's hard for you to react if the team are very defensive minded, or perhaps if the team are very good in holding on to the ball. I think Netherlands would have been out by now. But the Turkey side kept on attacking carelessly, and that's why.
No, the English, they are playing safe. I don't enjoy coaches playing safe.
No, come on now. At some game, you just need to play safe. At some games, you need to play safe, hit on the break, defense. See, there's something there are some coaches they call absorb the pressure and hit on the break. You have the fast players to play against the Netherlands side. I don't see any of the Netherlands defenders I look at. I don't see any of them outpacing any of the English forward. Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, Saka, Foden. They have pace. Now, if you can absorb the pressure and hit on the break, I think the English side will go on to that game and win it, because getting the first goal, I think that was what the Turkey side didn't get right. They got on the score sheet. They got early on the score sheet. They sat deep, but they didn't have any player to hit on the break. You get, it was only Andagula who could only go forward with pace, but none other player can go forward with the pace. So I think English side has what it takes to go forward with the pace. So if they could get the first goal, it's going to be trouble for the Netherlands. So
the problem now they have is with Harry Kane. Harry Kane, John, have not performed at all in this tournament. So what did you need? If you are the coach, are you starting Harry Kane, even though he is the captain? Are you starting Harry Kane in the semi-finals, or are you going to try and probably Tony or Watkins?
For me, this tournament, we've said it before, we're saying it again. This tournament is a tournament of the young guys, the young boys.
The star players are not doing well.
The big names, let's not call them star players right now. Let's call them big names.
Everybody's a star
player. The big
player.
names are not doing well. And so we need to have some young blood in the side. We need to have some Ollie Watkins bringing in his spice. We need to have Ivan Toney coming in. We also need to have the Adam Wattons, the Cole Palmers in that side. Okay. But, however, on the occasion of the semi-finals, I'm not expecting anything other than Harry Kane starting up front. Now, but the difference has to be, there need to be a different working instruction for this game. Harry Kane, you have to live and die in that 18 box. You are not coming back. You are not doing anything. Live and die in that box. Now, Jude Bellingham, I see you as more of an 8 instead of a 10. Leave that 10 spot, come back and play alongside Declan Rice. And then you put Foden in his natural place. You play somebody else, a very chaser or somebody else on that left flank, and we have what we need to win a game. Simple.
Okay, guys. Remember, we are live on YouTube. John is saying, come on, change formation. He wants Harry Kane to be firing, which I understand.
You need to put a natural left wing forward in a natural left wing position to make Harry Kane perform. Not tell me to put Ebre Cheze, who is a midfielder. Do you know how many people will play that position behind Harry Kane? There's an Ebre Cheze, there's a Jude Bellingham, there's a Foden, there's a Cole Palmer in that same position behind Harry Kane, and you're telling me to put Ebre Cheze in the flanks and bring Foden to the midfield. It's better you just bring Palmer to the midfield and put Anthony there. Then you have Saka, Harry Kane, and Anthony.
Okay, guys. For me, I don't think that the coach should change formation, but he probably will decide what he's going to do.
The team is getting results. Why would he change it?
You can't play a 5-man back and against Netherlands. That's too defensive.
He's too defensive, but he's getting a result with it.
Yeah, what was the result? Penalties, for crying out loud.
Okay, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. at Vote FM Sports. We are going to open the phone lines now. You can call us in and tell us your contribution about the England game and the Netherlands game. The numbers to call is 0706 048 5853. The number is 0706 048 5853. Tell us what you think about the England, how they perform in the quarterfinals, and the Netherlands too. Okay, guys, let's move over to the Netherlands because they played the same day and they won Turkey 2-1. Now they are going to be playing England in the semi-finals. But that game was too much. Okay, we have our first caller. Let's take this call first. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
It's Vote FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location. Oh, okay. We lost that call. Okay. The Netherlands versus Turkey. So, how did you see that game? Because the Netherlands considered the first goal, also, and they came out fighting in the second half. They fought, and within 6 minutes gap, they scored 2 goals. Well, even though the second one was an own goal. Now, I think that the own goal is the highest goal scorer of this Europe. I think there are about 7 own goals again.
Own goal.
Own goals everywhere. So, but they fought and they won that game. How do you see that game also?
Like I said, this is the Netherlands side that has been glitching. There's been a glitch or technical error in the side. Today they are playing their best football. Tomorrow they are all flat on their foot. This is the Netherlands side we saw in the last competitions in the World Cups. Shone big names, you know. This Netherlands side we saw came up to the competition and started fighting. But in this tournament, they're just like they're just dumb flat. I don't know why, but you ask yourself, what's the play style like? You're playing the Memphis Depay up front, Cody Capo at the side, and you don't have the right midfield mix to push the attack. And it's a problem for me because every time most of the passes being sent forward is sent from the defense line, not from the midfield line. It's a defender trying to break through the midfield line with a pass. And it's always a problem for me when you see midfielders not doing their job of passing forward, defenders are passing forward for them instead. I begin to ask myself, what's the midfielder's job? There's no Frankie de Jong. Can't somebody else take the job and do better jobs and do a better midfield handling? There's a Malen who plays as a striker but can come in midfield and play as a CM as well. Why is he not starting? He's on the bench. There's a Warehouse who could play in the number 8 role as well. There's a Zeski who could play the striking position, and yet all these players are on the bench. They could actually make your midfield tick. And the game they played against the Turkey side, I was looking at that game. I said this before, if the Turkey side were a team that had pace, I think Netherlands would have suffered for losing to that early goal. In that 35th minute goal, I think it was 35th minute goal.
It was 35th minute, yes.
If the Turkey side has pace in their side, aside from Andagula, they would have considered more goals and more goals. It would have been at least, maybe they would be running them riot about 3 or 4 goals, because if they had because the Netherlands, I think Van Dijk was actually playing in the midfield line at some point.
They were trying to score a goal, so normally
they were up high the line. So you pressing like that, and I have a midfielder that could pace you out. I'll just send a long ball forward, and he will be running at your goalkeeper, only your goalkeeper in the post, and you have a problem keeping up with him because now you have to go back and defend. Because I'll send a long ball forward and somebody.
Just to add to this conversation now, it's shocking to me that we are in a competition. They've played past the group stages, and we have strikers in that team that are way better than Memphis Depay, who is being fielded in that position, and they are just whiling away on the bench. And it begs a question because we are heading into the semi-finals now. He's going to play the same formation, and that could be his undoing in this competition, because you need to get players who can create chances and score for you on the game, and they're not in
Memphis
the
is not the
starting
problem.
11.
Memphis is not the problem. Memphis is playing as a striker. He could go to the left wing and play from there. While you have some other players playing the striking position. Okay, now you're seeing in this competition now, slow motion Gakpo is playing well.
He's playing well, and
he's playing well.
Save the particular goal.
He's saving the team as well. So I think at this point you need to put him in the striking position and bring Memphis down to his original position as a left wing forward. Not really take him off the game and bring in somebody else. You take him off the game, you're losing a key figure in that team, and it's going to be a problem for the Netherlands side. So I think he continues to play with Memphis playing in the left and Gakpo switching back to the striking position, or perhaps take Gakpo out and bring in a Malen.
Okay, the Turkey side, they play 5 at the back. They change their formation too. This I keep saying about coaches changing their style of play at the end. But I don't know if everybody's afraid. because that game is
you're
there.
playing against the Netherlands side. Wouldn't you be afraid?
Netherlands, who are the Netherlands?
For me, Turkey had nothing to fear in Netherlands.
Nothing to fear.
There's nothing to fear if you ask me, because this is just what it is. For crying out loud,
Please.
I'm shocked that you can score, get an early goal, and then you let your guard down and give these guys the opportunity to come all out and attack you.
You know there's nothing to fear.
For me, there's nothing to fear.
There's everything to fear.
There's nothing to fear.
Have you seen? It's just like you know this thing about the old Man United team. Their presence on the sidelines on the tunnels already puts fear on the opposition.
That's how many decades ago, for crying out loud.
The same thing with the Netherlands side and the Turkey side. The Turkey side have only Karahoglu in midfield and Anya in midfield and maybe Andagula in up front. No other players play for big team. They all play for
Forget about who plays for big team. At the end of the day, this is 11 versus 11.
At the end of the day, and you're seeing it's just like going and you're seeing a big star. You're seeing players playing for Liverpool. You're seeing players playing for Barcelona. You're seeing players playing for Man United, Man City, and the rest. You're seeing players playing for big clubs, and you're telling me you won't be scared from the tunnel. You will be scared to your. I don't know the level of scare that you will be scared. You'll be scared to that level.
I disagree. I totally disagree.
I don't understand this fear. I don't see anybody.
Where is the fear coming from?
See, there's a fear factor. You have a striker in Andagula, and you have a defender in. Okay, Andagula plays for Real Madrid, so he wouldn't have that fear factor. But he's looking at a giant on Van Dijk, and he wants to run Van Dijk out.
For me,
how do you think it's possible?
For me,
only the height and presence of Van Dijk is like, I'm playing with a star. You
forget about that team. This is football. This is national team, for crying out loud.
Not a thing that's
this is national team. I would only have this issue or this problem if the manager did not handle this in his pre-match team talk. Okay, because at a certain time, these are players, these are emotional human beings. They have feelings, they know what it's all about, they know what's on the line. You rally the troops and you go all out and attack your game. You should be rallying the troops.
That's why they attacked and got the early goal. And what happened?
They could have continued attacking. If for me.
Sure.
Okay,
and another thing, just to round it up, is that at that point, after you scored and got the goal, I saw yesterday the absence of, on Saturday, the absence of true leadership quality in that Turkish side. Watch teams like Real Madrid, watch teams like Man City, watch teams like Liverpool on that club early seasons. There is always a leader in that side that when heads start dropping, you see with Vini and Real Madrid, he roused the guys up and the players come alive, the fans, they come alive, everybody is, because this is football, anticipation, attentiveness, it's a mentality game. Once you see that mentality switching, you feel that the team is a bit more under pressure from the opposite side. You need to ginger these guys. You need to rally the troops, get everybody back on the ball, back attacking, and going for the win.
Okay, guys. The semi-final is set. Now, England play Netherlands and France plays Spain. That is the team that is going to be playing in the semi-final. It's getting hotter and hotter in these Euros. We are having comments on our Facebook, on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube. The handle is Vote FM Sports. Vote FM Sports. You can join us live. Drop your comments. We'll be reading it here live in the studio. Okay, Wealth is saying good morning, guys. But this one, Arsenal is on the table. I hope you are safe. Yeah, you are safe. Wealth, you are safe. Okay, Wealth is saying you guys want make England bottle this Euro trophy. About all the changing formation up and down and all that. Emmanuel Okitibi, Holland will meet the firepower of England well. The English team has not been special at all. So what do you guys think? He's thinking that they will have to meet fire. I'm not even seeing any firepower for England team, but let's see what happens in that semi-final. It's going to be a tough encounter. Me, I'm even predicting 0-0. Let me even predict it because it's going to be a boring game. Okay, Wealth is saying the England team are not top of their game. Let's see if they can do it against the Netherlands. Emmanuel Okitibi, the pie is the present hurricane of England. Memphis is crucial to their formation. What he's saying in this one is that because Harry Kane drops in to play with the midfield. That's the same thing Depay does for Netherlands.
But he drives from the left. That's what I'm saying. He should go to his position and play from there instead of playing from the striking position and coming into midfield as a centre man in midfield. He doesn't do well as a centre man in midfield. He has never done well as centre man in midfield. You saw him at Atletico Madrid. You saw him at Man United. You saw him at his former club. He has at PSV. He has never done well at a centre midfield. He's always driving from the flank, and that's where he excels from. He should go back there and play from that position.
Okay, let's continue with our comments on our YouTube channel. Emmanuel is saying the Turkish team were underdogs to the Dutch team, and it showed. You see that now, but I don't even think they were the underdogs, because the coach set them up to get underdogs. They have to defend for almost 90 minutes, and when they considered that 2 goals, they could not get back to the team. Okay, TB Ibada say, John, sometimes name no they create fear factor. So, okay, guys. That's all about the Euros 2024, the semi-finals. The next game tomorrow is, they will start with France versus Spain tomorrow, and next tomorrow on Wednesday, it's the Netherlands and the England. So we are going to go on a short break. When we come back, we'll talk about Copa America and the whole lot of transfers that is happening in the world of football. Remember, July 1, the transfer window officially open. Now clubs are making moves. People are bringing in sporting directors, bringing in coaches. Manchester United, obviously, bringing in football directors. They are bringing a whole lot of players. So after the break, we're going to come back and talk about some of these transfers and the Copa America. Stay tuned.
Stay plugged into the flow. Follow Volt FM on Facebook at Volt 1043 FM. Let's vibe together.
Volt 104.3 FM.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the show. Remember, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. We are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. We're also on Facebook at Volt 1043 FM. We asked the question there, who is going to win the Copa America this year? So the tournament is also going on now. So quarterfinals, the first game, Argentina won their game and they are in the semi-finals. Now in Colombia, okay, let's talk about Brazil first, because it was a disappointing game for Brazil. Brazil lost to penalty, and I like what Copa America is doing. They don't play extra times. So once the 90 minutes is over, straight up penalties. I think that they are considering because players travel all over the world. When they come back for this tournament, they are tired. So I like what they are doing. I think the European team should actually do the same.
Sure.
So, but they play Uruguay in that quarterfinal versus Brazil. But Uruguay won that game penalty after it was a 0-0. Now, Nonso, you are happy. Nonso is happy already. He wants Uruguay to reach the final. So, Nonso, how do you see that game? Ronaldinho said before this tournament that he could not recognize this Brazilian team. We on this studio talked about when the list of this Copa America was released. Everybody, all of us are analyzing it, and we are wondering what happened.
I felt like Paqueta plays pro-aggressive, what's it called? Attacking football. Bruno Guimaraes, the same thing. He's always attacking minded. But when the game started for the Brazilian side, throughout this tournament, he's always passed to, what's it called? The guy that went to Juventus. Luis, I give it to Paqueta, I give it back to Guimaraes. And they were just moving the ball around the midfield. Nobody was giving that flair to take on defenders. And it was a problem. As I see the game, I was like, I felt like sleeping, because normally this our time now, normal time for sleep.
Yes,
but
normal time for sleep.
I said, let me watch their game. And during the game, I was sleeping, because if it was a game that has intensity, or a game that has the flair for attack, you probably see the game. You probably see the game through, but it was boring. The Brazilian side were boring. I wanted to watch the Brazilian side excel, but I felt like the Uruguayans are giving me what I wanted to see, with the likes of the coach coming back to coach national side. Marcelo Bielsa is a fantastic coach. I saw him at Leeds United, and I'm seeing him now. He's a fantastic coach, and I expected more from him. And this is what he's giving now. He's giving that more in this national team.
For me, I don't think so. If you look at that game, I wonder how you can say that Brazil were the disappointing opponents in that game, because Brazil played killer football. They played better football. They demobilized, they debilitated, they disarmed and destroyed the Uruguayan side.
And they no score goal.
They did. Because let's
And
not
they don't
forget.
score goals.
Let's not
They
forget
mobilize.
now. Okay.
All the English is
Let's
now.
let's
Waiting
not
they score
forget.
0-0.
Excuse me. Let's not forget that this is the same Uruguay that has been scoring 3 goals, 4 goals, 2
No
goals,
man,
1
no man.
goals, all the way up to Brazil. How far? How you check? I'm nothing for them in
You
that
know
match.
me, Brazil good.
You
I'm
get
not saying Brazil no good.
did a very good game. They played very fantastic 90 minutes. If you look at the stats, possession off the chart, 60%. You know, if you look at chances created, you have it there. If you look at shots on target, you have it there. Uruguay only managed just 1 shot on target. Okay? And they were off target. 7 shots off target now.
How many
Let's
Brazil
not talk
play?
about blocked shot, just 2 or 3 blocks. Okay? So for me, Brazil had 0 shots off target. 0.
And all of them were on target.
0 on target. Everything on target.
Everything on target. 10 of them on target.
On target.
Now, the 10 shots on target.
So for me, I'm not done. So I'm saying this now. They had a fantastic. They were not disappointing. They held their head high. They had a fantastic game. Uruguay saw that Brazilian attack. They saw the momentum. They just went remote default into defense, and that's what we have here now. The only place on Brazil were kind of let down were the people they chose to go up and take those penalties, because you have the first guy talking about Eder Militao missing that penalty. You also have what's his name now coming back in and also losing that penalty as well too. I feel like they should have started with people who are better penalty takers and then have that opportunity. Though I, however, wish that they played extra time, because I feel like Brazil would have gotten 1 or 2 goals in extra time.
They wouldn't have gotten anything in extra time because the game was still, like I said, it was playing like the English side. You play shots on target. It was on target, yet it was just straight at. You're playing shots straight at the goal. How many dives did the keeper make? Keeper made 10 saves or 8 saves. Those 8 saves, it was not even, I won't call it critical save, because it was just right at his face. It's like me standing at the end of the post and you see an empty large post and you're playing to where I'm standing.
Much better than having 9 off target, for crying out loud.
That's the pressure. That's the intensity of the game. When you're under pressure, you move forward. You play a shot because you're under pressure. Militao is a player to force you. Militao will force you to play.
For me, that's not a shot. You give the possession away because you just faffed the ball. If you're asking me.
Okay, guys, you can join the conversation. We are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. We are having a whole lot of comments here, and remember, you can call us in the studio. The numbers to call is 0706 048 5853. 0706 048 5853. Let me read some of our comments on our YouTube. Emmanuel is saying France and Spain will be really interesting to watch. Emmanuel Okitibi is also saying generally the Brazilian team was poor. Can't tell what happened because they got all their players. Okay, we can have our first caller. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
My name is Chukwuebuka, calling from Obalapu.
Okay, Chukwuebuka for Obalapu. What is your contribution?
This is my first time of calling.
Oh, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Yes. Yes, Brazil. What I want to talk about is about Manchester United.
Oh, Manchester United. Okay.
Have they signed any player this season?
They are working on some players. They are still bringing in their backroom staff. So they are still working on players, but no official transfers yet.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, the first time caller. Okay, remember number to call is 0706 048 5853. Call us and tell us your contribution. Okay, let's continue with our comment on our YouTube. Remember, guys, we are live every day on YouTube, 8 a.m. Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. Okobi Chukwu from MNA. What's your contribution? Yeah, they brought in Tosin, a defender, Tosin from Fulham on free transfer. They brought in another young player, Esteban Williams from Palmeiras. So
and Kelly from Aston Villa as well.
They just brought in 2 young players and one first team player. All right, thank you. Okay, people are asking for transfer because everybody's waiting for this transfer. Because
Sure.
everybody's worried. The league starts August.
Yeah.
So everybody needs to start buying. Manchester United are not even buying anything. Manchester United.
I think they will start by maybe August.
Okay, or August when the league is about to start. Okay,
let's
continue
to
with.
go for a panic buy, not really.
Okay, let's continue with. We have a whole lot of comments on our YouTube channel. Okay, Wealth is saying Brazil is playing on past glories. You know, if you look at what they have then and now, it's depressing. As John, Wealth said, as John, which of the Brazilian team you watched? Probably 2002
World Cup Brazil.
Okay, TP is saying, oh, okay, we have another caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, good morning. What's your contribution? Oh, okay, Bowie. Okay, for my YouTube. Welcome, Bowie.
Let's play with the Real Madrid center defender. They have a good squad, but Brazil, my problem with Brazil was the midfield, because forward going, they have players in the forward lines, and we could see that they had an issue with creating chances and scoring, lots of goals. Penalties any day, anytime. Anybody can miss penalties, so I will not blame Brazil going out on penalties. I will blame Brazil basically going out for lack of creativity in the midfield and scoring goals. Anybody can miss the penalty. So I don't blame players most times for missing penalties. Saka missed the penalty last time in Euros and scored this one, and everybody's praising him. So for that, yes. Then when it comes to the Euros, for me, I'm going to have a basic issue with England. We can say it's coming home. I hope it will come home. If you do a pass mark for the quarterfinals of this tournament, you will find out basically that if you watch those two games completely well, you will tip Holland to go ahead of England. That is all you can say. Because England has been useless, has been rubbish. Like you guys are saying now, it's time to change that forward line. Yes, you can keep a Saka there because Saka is actually your best player this tournament. But it's time to put Foden on the bench, bring in the Jared Bowen of West Ham. It's time to start up front. Harry Kane should stay on the bench.
Oh, wow.
You bring in either Ole Watkins, or you bring in this boy, the boy from Brentford. What's his name again?
Ivan Toney.
No, from Ivan Toney, yes.
Yes. Or what you do, either you play two of them up front, or if you start an Harry Kane and he's not scoring in the first half, he gets off for fresh blood to come in second half. I think if you have a Jared Bowen playing from the right wing, you have a striker from the left wing, you might have a better chance of scoring lots of goals from the wing, because Foden has not played very well in this tournament, right? But Gareth Southgate looks like he's very stubborn. He will keep the starting level that he has decided to keep and make changes maybe 15 minutes to go and see how they can go. When they do that against a Holland side and Holland score first, it might be very, 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 very solid. So if England is not careful, they may just be knocked out by the Netherlands side. Even if, like John said, Netherlands have their own problems. They've not also been very, very, very fluid, playing in Memphis Depay up front as a number 9. So it's always hard until they bring in the Vegas, the very tall guy, and they have a lot of changes. Holland has a very, very solid defense also. So we have to look at those two games, as they will pan out. But for me, the game of the tournament will be tomorrow when we talk about it, when France plays Holland. So I am not a fan of the English side right now. They've not played to convince me very well that they have what it takes, to go all the way to the final. So apart from that, goodbye to Brazil, and we'll see what happens in the Euros. And we can't wait for transfers to start coming in, because it's becoming boring at home. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you, Bowie. Okay, he gave us a little bit of detail of everything that happened in the Euros. He said he's not convinced with England that England will probably lose. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I think he's right. England is not convincing at all. So what do you think about that? Do you think that England can just win Netherlands or?
For me, England has not been convincing. Very true, very correct. But I feel if you look at both sides, they have everything in the making to win this match. It's just how do they assemble the right team. That's where they have the issue.
What do you think? You think Bo is right?
Definitely not, because the both team, you're saying about England, the both team, the Netherlands side as well has been flat. So can't say this person is playing well and this person is not playing well. The both team have not been playing well.
Okay. Now let's continue with the Copa America. Colombia won the other quarterfinal. They beat Panama 5-0. It was expected. Beating them 5-0. Now they play Uruguay in the semi-final of this tournament. Is everything said? What do you think that because they are the most performing team? That means Colombia is the most performing team in this Copa America, even more than Argentina. For me, they are a clear favorite. Even everybody will say Argentina is going to win, but I'm looking at this Colombian team. I'm like nodding. Also,
Man, I saw that game. I was like, wait, is this the same people that they say don't have footballers? And let's be honest. I'll give it to Liverpool fans. They've not let me rest this weekend. I have contact list of Liverpool fans on my contact list, and I'm like, guys, I know your players scored goals, your players qualified for the semi-finals, but they are not only your players on that team. Other clubs across Europe have players on that team. Let us rest. It's saying no. Which other club in Europe has more than 4 players playing in top competition in the semi-final? And you look at it, there are none. Only Liverpool players got on the score sheet. Liverpool players are in the semi-finals. 5, let's say 6 of their players are in the semi-finals. Maybe Man United only have 1 player in Kobe Mainoo and maybe Lisandro Martinez in what's it called? In Argentina. Arsenal the same thing. Saliba in France. Somewhere else in Martinelli in Brazil. No, he's gone now, so you can't call him in this. So but Liverpool fans were just crazy about it. It tells you that these players are good. They just don't have the right fitting for the Premier League side. So the Colombian side last night was fantastic. I said this before. All of us said it and agreed that they will run riot against the Panama side. And the Panama side getting into the quarterfinals was getting into the finals itself, because even after losing that game, they came out celebrating that they've tried their best.
Okay, guys, you can call us in the studio. Numbers to call to join this conversation is 0706 048 5853. Call us and tell us what you think about these games. Okay, guys, let's talk about transfers, because that's what everybody's waiting for. All the big clubs are trying to make moves. Manchester United, Arsenal, and Chelsea. Everybody's trying to buy a player. But let's start with a player that retired. Yeah. Thiago Alcantara, he said he is retiring. He has a lot of injury problems. He is one of the most skillful players I have ever seen. When Pep went to Bayern Munich, first thing he told them is, I want Thiago. In his first conference, give me Thiago. I don't care how much it costs. That's how you see how skillful he was. And because of injuries, he played a good football. He played for a long time, but his career was shortened for injury. Now, talking about Thiago, how are you going to rate this player? Because he retired, he's going to probably move into management. But John, how are you seeing Thiago? He's retiring. How do you see this particular player?
It's one of those sad things we see in football, which is fantastic talents being hampered and held back from fulfilling their great potential. Okay, kudos to several injuries and stuff like that, but I think he's had a fantastic career. Maybe not the one he would have wanted. Maybe not playing as often as he would have wanted, long spells out and a couple of injuries. Also the fact that your mentality during those injuries dips as you look at the team struggle and you can't help out,
Which one is mentality dipping? There's a Santi Cazorla who has gone for injury, who at some point they said they were going to amputate his legs. And now he's still playing football. He's still playing top football, but not in the big clubs.
Everybody is different.
Everybody is different.
It doesn't affect your mentality.
It
doesn't affect your mentality.
How can you sit here and tell me it doesn't affect mentality for crying out loud?
Ivan Toney, on the other hand, has faced injury and life-threatening injuries. And yet he's one of the players we are saying give him more time in the English national team. Bench. This is the player now that we are saying bench Harry Kane for this player.
Okay, let's move to Manchester United.
I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm saying he's a great player, but I think the mentality shift for him was just being poor.
John, it depending on. So if they told him probably you are not going to play next season again, that means he's going to stay 2 seasons without playing football. You could consider it, and they will tell you, okay, this is your injury. We are not even sure that you are going to 100% be healed from it. Depending on what happened, but he has not come and he'll come and give us details on what really will happen. But let's take this call before we move to Manchester United. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Master Benji calling from Ogoja Cross River.
Oh, from Cross River. Okay, what is your contribution, please?
Yes, a big congratulations to one of my own. I'm a big Liverpool fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to say congratulations to Thiago Alcantara.
Oh, okay. He's retired now.
it's so unfortunate that he has to retire.
So
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's so good for him. I'm tipping Netherlands to win England.
You're picking
Okay.
in
Wow.
I have my player there, Virgil van Dijk and Cody Gakpo.
Okay.
And I want Cody Gakpo to be the highest goal scorer for the tournament.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully we score 2
Although
goals.
Netherlands will reach the final, but based on who plays best, I want Spain to win the Euro League, the Euro Cup.
Okay. Thank
Well
you.
said.
Thank you for your contribution.
You are doing a great job there. And shout out to John.
Thank you.
Oh, John, shout out to you.
I like the way he analyzes football. Of course, his team the other day won it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
The only one that was standing for Spain to win Germany.
Kudos to him.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you from Cross River. Okay. Remember, guys, you can call into the studio and give us your own contribution and hail the guys in the studio too. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Kudos to John. Actually, he was the only one. And one of our callers stood with Spain, and Spain actually won that game. Okay, let's move on to Manchester United now. Van Nistelrooy is in own travel now. He's going to be unveiled as new assistant coach, and people are saying that the plan is to bring in Van Nistelrooy. Then, if Ten Hag did not do it, they sack Ten Hag and promote Van Nistelrooy.
Sure. How can you have a Nistelrooy, a legend? Come on. A legend.
What have you
Let's
done?
not
What
forget
have you
that.
done?
Let's not forget that Chelsea did the same thing with Lampard. It didn't work. Several clubs have brought back club legends into management.
I
So
think that
for me,
Real Madrid, that one that did it and actually worked perfectly.
yeah.
When
So
they didn't do
When
that.
you be an assistant to Don Carlo, you practically have all the experience he has gathered over the years, because he's not someone that hides tactics. Look at what Ateta is in at Man City now, at Arsenal now. He learned it from Pep Guardiola. These players, these people breathe football. They love the game. So I think Van Nistelrooy at some point has played for Sir Alex Ferguson. He knows what it feels like to be a Man United player. He knows what it feels like to be a club legend. So he's coming in to help the youth setup grow. This is a coach that's coming as an assistant coach. Perhaps he will be taking on the permanent coach of coaching the under 21s first. And this is his first coaching job. When people are saying he's coming to take over the job of Ten Hag, I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Come
it's
on.
going to happen.
Ole Gunnar
Just watch.
Solskjaer came in
Just watch.
and took over the job. Ryan Giggs came in and took over the job for some weeks. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took over the job for 3 years and so went to 6 finals. I still say it, he's the only club legend that has done well for Man United. Ryan Giggs did it in 2014 when he came in after Moyes was sacked, before Van Gaal was brought in, and he brought the club to a stable position, to a stable halt. Now, Van coming in is as an assistant manager. I don't see. It's only John that is thinking he's going to come and displace them.
Just
I'm not
remember,
saying-
I said it first. I said it today, the 8th of July, and we are going to see it play out.
John used to see vision
He might come in as see if Ten Hag doesn't go well in the next 2 years, Van might enter as a interim manager, and after that, he's just going to get
Okay,
lost.
let's take this call, John. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, gentlemen in the studio. You're doing nice.
Thank
the
you.
Martin is
Thank
calling
you.
from Enugu.
Okay, all right. What's the contribution? Yeah.
Yeah, the Euro going on. I think I tip Spain for the final.
Netherlands.
Netherlands have been doing very well. Yeah, the Netherlands of Spain for the final.
Okay.
Netherlands, to me, will definitely humble England.
Wow.
And Spain will humiliate France. That's the way I see it. Netherlands, they have been very good up front, very coordinated. The attack is very fierce. Any team should fear them. There's nothing like you need to fear Netherlands. I believe that they will come out with that. Then on Copa America, I'm tipping Colombia and Argentina for the final.
Oh,
And
okay.
hopefully Argentina may come out tops in that tournament. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you for your contribution. Okay. He's made his own prediction. Hopefully, let's see what happens. The semi-final starts tomorrow. And okay, we are having another call. Let's take this call again. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. Edison from ESV. Okay, what's your contribution, Edison? No, they are trying to sign an assistant coach, Van Nistelrooy, and one other coach again to join Ten Hag in his coaching team, and they are almost going to buy this Zesky and delete. No, we have not really had any news about Sancho. When he's back from holidays, they are going to be talking about his role in Manchester United. All right, thank you. Okay, let's continue with our comments on our YouTube before we go, because tomorrow we'll talk about continue with our transfers. Okay, I have a whole lot of comments on our YouTube. Okay, Emmanuel Okitibi is saying, Luke Shaw is now fit. Let him start immediately. Once he came in, he brought a different balance to the entire setup. I think so. Amechi Aron is the problem with the Euros 2024 is that the good teams have left. The only team left are above average, except Spain. Oh, come on, Aaron.
It's just a bit above average.
Come on. France is there. England are still there. Okay, Emmanuel Okitibi is saying Thiago was my next pillow. Great balance he brings to the midfield.
Sure.
Just like Diaby, injury shattered this talent. Well, to say Manchester United is trying to build structure of their transfers. Give them time. Emmanuel Okitibi is saying, John, Van Nistelrooy was a legend, but what has he done as a coach? He should stay and learn and work on the strikers. He's also saying how the England press suddenly went mute since Saka saved them is shocking. They were all on him. They were all on
news published.
If he was the issue, as if he was the issue to the team. Okay, guys, that's our comments on YouTube. Remember, you can join us live every day on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for all the comments on Facebook. Thank you for all the comments on our YouTube. Thank you for the guys in nice analysis, and thank you for all our callers. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Next time, see you guys tomorrow, the same time tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow. Good morning and have a lovely day.
Melly, bad outro. What was wrong? See you guys.